It was certainly an emotional day, and I do want to clean something up. He was initially charged with two things: second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter. The jury months ago actually decided to go with involuntary manslaughter, so he was facing up to 15 years in prison. Now, guidelines for what they were talking about, taking a look at this, the judge admitted he would likely only get 19 to 38 months, but after taking a lot of things into consideration, she ended up giving him 5 to 15 years. Now, I want to draw your attention to the screen because we're going to put up a picture of Damon Grimes. He was just 15 years old at the time that he died. He was the person who was on that ATV vehicle when Bessner pulled out a taser, launched it at him while both were moving during a chase, and it caused the crash that ultimately claimed Damon Grimes' life. Now, you have likely seen the video at this point in time. We've covered that extensively, but part of the reason the judge said she went above the guidelines in this case was because of the young age of both the victim, but also the amount of training that Bessner had as a trooper, talking about how he had education not only in the taser, but also in law enforcement. I also want you to hear, though, what the family had to say. Damon Grimes' aunt talking in court today. Let's listen in.
As we try to move on, we can't reflect on everything he is, as well as what we miss. His first day of school, his graduation. Other than his family, he will not know what it is to have a real first kiss or fall in love and marry. We'll never have kids, grandchildren to spoil. Mr. Bessner, what we want you to know is that our hearts are broken.
Looking around the courtroom when you heard that, it was an excruciating feeling. You could hear a pin drop. The only thing you heard was an occasional sniffle from one of the people that was either Damon Grimes' family member or Bessner's. He was also inside, and for the first time in a long time, we heard him talk to the family and say he did not want to even know what it felt like to lose a child, apologizing directly to them, turning around and looking at them. We want you to hear that as well.
And I'm truly sorry. And I want the family to know, the Grimes family to know I am sorry. I think about it every day. And if there were a time machine I could go, that I could jump into and go back and change that outcome, I would. But I can't.
There was no shortage of attention on this case. This got national attention nonetheless because of the severity of the situation, the crime, a young teenager dying, and it was addressed in court today that this is the type of situation that gives a bad name to other officers, other people putting on the badge. And the family talked about that with Kim Craig. We're going to hear about that later today right here on 7 Action News. In fact, she's still working on that story and talking with family members from Grimes as well. We will continue to track this throughout the day. A whole lot to peel back. This is just the beginning of the story, guys. For now, we're live outside the courthouse. Matthew Smith, 7 Action News.
Absolutely heartbreaking all around today. Matthew, thank you for that live report.